Hey guys, I'm going to be showing you how to clean and assemble your adapter. Once you get it from the 3D printer, you'll notice that on the inside of the adapter there's a little mag release catch built right into the print. You're going to take an X-Acto knife and cut the little tabs. Okay, you're going to pop the mag release out and you're going to trim these little pieces here right off. Okay, that's garbage. And you want to make sure that there's no raised surface here on the mag catch. So just take your X-Acto knife or razor blade, trim that down, give it a little scrape, make sure it's flattened out. Okay. Just going to go in here and take off any excess material. Okay. One of the issues with the prints as they come from the 3D printer is the holes have powder inside, so the hole doesn't go all the way through. What we need to do is take the fitting and just hand thread it onto the adapter. Make sure it's straight here. Might be a little hard to start. Once you get it, just make sure that it's straight and in line. Now I'm going to install the airline, and what you're going to see is a lot of the powder is going to come out of this top hole here. Okay, it looks like there's a lot of powder still inside. So what we're going to have to do is take a wire tie, stick it down into the hole, try to break up some of that material, take the fitting off, push it through the other side. If it's really clogged, I use this little straw here that I think I got from a WD-40 can. Probably use a coffee stir or something like that. Just break up that powder that's in there. Okay, I'm going to put my fitting back on. Hook up my hairline again. Looks like most of it's out of there. So to clean the rest of it, remove the fitting. And we'll take a pipe cleaner, feed it through. Let's see. It's difficult to get in there because of the tight turns. Once you feed it through, you'll see there's some powder that's coming out. Just want to go back and forth a couple of times. Oops. Hopefully you can see that powder that's coming out of there. It's getting all over the part. Need to clean that all out so it doesn't go into the mag and get stuck in the valve, cause problems. Okay, I'm going to install the fitting again. Pull everything out. Take another pipe cleaner, run it through. Okay, looks like I have most of it out. So now I'm going to take some Teflon tape. Just put this onto the pipe fitting. This is going to help the seal of the tapered pipe thread. Now the part is made out of nylon plastic, so it seals pretty good, but this Teflon tape is going to give you 100% seal, so you don't have any slow leaks. I'm going to always turn it clockwise because the threads go clockwise. You don't want it to turn it counterclockwise because then everything will bunch up. Just going to trim the top of this material off. Okay, there's a few hangers there. If you have this situation, make sure that the pieces aren't going into the hole, because when you screw the fitting on, those pieces will get sucked in and go into the mag. So make sure that they're out. Okay, nice clean surface here. Take your fitting, put it back on. Okay, you're just going to tighten down the fitting. Just go slowly, don't crank on it. It's just nylon plastic, so you're not going to want to go too hard or you're going to snap the plastic right off. So just be careful, be gentle with it. Doesn't have to be too tight. Just go nice and slow and just line up where you want the fitting to be so it looks nice. Go ahead and stop there. I'm going to go a little more. Okay, so because it's a tapered thread, as you screw it in, it compresses onto the threads of the adapter. So it's not going to bottom out like a traditional screw would. So you're not going to have a definite stop. So you're going to slowly tighten it on, and you're going to feel the pressure increase slowly. It's not going to be a definite stop. Like I said, it doesn't have to be very hard, because the tape and the fact that it's made out of plastic is going to make a nice seal. So now you're ready to install the mag catch. What you're going to need for that is a M3 by 18 millimeter screw. This is a button head screw. I use a spring out of a pen like this, one of the little clicker pens, cheap one I get from the dollar store. Take the spring out, and you're going to want to cut it down. I cut these about in half. Okay, so let's see. The length of the spring is probably about even with this little tab here. You want it about that long. Okay, just to give you an idea of the proper length. Doesn't have to be exact, but that's what works. Okay, now you put the spring in this little hole. I'll demonstrate that again because I just dropped it. Put the mag release, get the spring into the hole on the mag release. Slide it into the slot, hold it down. Install the screw into the bottom here. I'm going to use a 2.5 millimeter hex drive. Screw the screw all the way in. Doesn't have to be too tight. If you tighten it too much, you'll see the mag release will get stuck there. So you just want to back it out until it moves freely. Okay, I'm just going to install the airline one more time. Blow everything out of there. We're going to inspect the BB tube to make sure that there's no powder or anything in the tube that's going to block the BBs. I use a 6.5 millimeter reamer. You don't necessarily need this reamer, but I just like to check to make sure that there's nothing binding in the path. You could also use the appropriate size drill. Just go through there, make sure there's nothing in there. I twist together some pipe cleaners and run those through just to get any of the nylon particles out of there so it feeds properly. One last step, we're going to take an O-ring. It's a silicone O-ring. I'll leave links to where you could purchase these. Here, let me show you before I put it on. Small little O-ring. This is used to stop the BBs from falling out when you're doing a mag change. We're just going to put it on that little tab right inside there. Let me get a light. Right there. That's where it's going to go. Okay. It's a little tricky to get on. I put it down in there, hold it with my finger, and then I'll take a tool, stretch it over this little nub, slide it down, and it will drop into place there. Just like that. I'll just show you, put a BB in there, and it stays in the mag. Okay. So from this point, you can just install it onto the mag. Watch my other video for the final installation process. Okay, thanks for watching.